we want to do a segment highlighting the up and comers as ourselves. Where we take a deep dive into YouTube to see the people that are making films or inspired to make films on the rise. We can call the segment Spotlight.
Spotlight.
Yeah,
That's the
and Brian's
song.
gonna do that every time.
Spotlight. No, that's street light. It's the only thing I know.
He's gonna do that every time.
Every
Uh,
time.
what's the spotlight for this week?
Spotlight is a film called, well, actually, it's a pilot called
Mm.
The Client. I'm trying to find it on IMDb right now so I can give credit where credit is due. Well,
You
I could just
get the
go to
credit
their,
from YouTube.
yeah, I'm just gonna go to YouTube. Let's see, because they had everything listed at the end.
Mm.
Um, all right, so shout out to the director Tommy Lavender.
Mm.
I think that's how you pronounce that name. Um, let's see. Yeah, I just stopped. It just said directed by, and it didn't come up with nothing else. Okay, here we go. Co-directed by, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's Nadege Alce, Nadege or Nadege
Mm-hmm.
Alce. Written by her or him and produced by her or him.
Nadege, I think that's a. I
That's
don't want to assume.
Yeah, well, I felt like I saw the picture on a Facebook post. It was a woman holding it up.
Yeah, I saw
So
that picture too.
yeah, I think it's a woman that wrote it. So
Mm.
shout out to her and her company. The YouTube was Alce Films. So
Mm.
saying pretty much the initial and then our last name Alce and then Films. So
Right. So our perspective is not, we ain't as harsh as we are with big budget films or whatever. We're gonna look through the scope of what we're doing right now as far as our short films,
right.
and kind of judge it, not judge it off that, but kind of like give our opinion off of that. So my when I look at this, because I feel like Brian looks different because he's a director.
Mm-hmm.
I look more at the writing and the storyline of these to see what point they were trying to get across.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like this being a pilot, I could definitely see this being a regular series on a platform like All Black or I don't want to say BET Plus. Well, I guess you could say BET Plus, but I could see it being one of those types of series because the storyline is interesting.
Yes. So far it seems like, okay, so if you're watching this for the first time, this is the pilot and you're gonna
Mm.
pick it up. It's like what what I want from it is to see where it goes. Like I want to see
Mm.
the mess that's gonna happen, you know what I mean? Like, because it's definitely messy, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like, could this have been, because like in order to make like a TV show or whatever, right? Like you gotta have like all these different episodes leading up to this big part, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because right now, like we know these characters as like, okay, the husband and wife, right? Is I think his name was Alan and Amaya. Alan
Mm.
and Amaya together. After he sees what he sees, I'm like, there ain't no relationship after
Yeah.
ain't no
Uh,
relationship. So it's
so
like,
so
how many episodes can we go with him caring about who she is as his wife? You know what I mean? Like
uh,
as a TV
it's
show. There's one thing if he
no.
found. There's one thing if he finds out mid-season or something
Uh,
like that. But like to find out pilot is just like, okay, how's he gonna even care about what happens to her in the next however many episodes?
so I feel you. With normal shows, there's a build up to an end, but with this type of show, I could see it just being weekly drama. Like, yeah. So in this pilot, you write. What was the drug dealer dude's name?
Frank.
Frank is the one who Alan's wife was cheating with, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like that is a big reveal, but their lives are still intertwined with each other because he still has to be Alan still has to be Frank's lawyer.
Right.
And Alan, were they married or they were just together?
I felt like they were. I want to say that they were married, but he said they had a split up. So I'm thinking that they were
Right.
just together and they split up and then they got back together.
So even with that, when she said she met him, it was during their split up. So
Right.
it wasn't like they were even together, but there's still drama. So like I can see every week some new drama is developing. Like now
Mhm.
she's pregnant and now he's going to trial. You still got to be his lawyer, and because he clearly has a tie. He's like, nigga, you wouldn't be a lawyer if it wasn't for me. Like I'm the reason you even are where you are. So it's like,
He put the money up.
right. Even though it was so it's like some shicey shit going on, because you would think because they grew up together that
Yeah.
he would know who his girl was.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the conversation between Alan and Frank, when Frank was talking about his girl, Alan was calling like, nigga, like shut up. But it's like damn, what's the point I was going with it? It's like there's a bunch of holes in everybody's story. So it's like he just finds out about her and Frank's relationship.
Yeah.
But it's like, did she even know who Frank was to Alan?
To him, I don't think so, but I think he knew. Of course, he knew that that was his woman because he was
Mm-hmm.
just like, man, your wife got good taste, and
Yeah.
your wife got good taste, or should I
And I
say,
slapped it.
yeah? I'm like, whoa.
You going to jail, nigga.
Hey, yo, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying though. In that case, as far as like how much, because there was a lot of holes left to where it could be filled in. Because if they were just together, they're separated. You know, if he
Mm-hmm.
really is, he wants to be with her. Like they'll continue, and he'll
Mm-hmm.
continue supporting. Oh boy, that seems like his friend to me, low key now.
Yeah.
Childhood friend, but not really. He's gonna have to keep on because dude told him he was just like, you either uh be my lawyer or else. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
pretty much.
So whatever that means to him. So it could be a lot. It could be, her getting pregnant by a dude and this, that, and other. In my eyes, realistically, I'm like, yo, I don't care about none of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you don't.
I'm not speaking from Alan's point of view. I'm speaking
Okay,
from the
yeah.
show's point of view.
You just
Me for sure. I don't give a fuck what you talk about.
you just smashed the homie, and he got a video of it with him looking back at the camera like, I was,
Hey, and I don't know if she's written more episodes, but I guarantee Alan fucked one of her friends in that kitchen.
Mm.
I'm guaranteeing it. During their breakup, he fucked one of them friends.
If he didn't, he should.
He did.
Yeah,
And so I think that, but that's what I'm saying. That's how the story can continue. It doesn't have to be necessarily a end. This could have been a season ending episode. I feel you on that,
right.
but there still could be more drama developed, because it's like now the niggas that Frank robbed, and I don't know why he didn't think they was gonna come beat his ass or
Mm.
or possibly kill him, but they still out there. So now it's like he has to deal with that, and then them niggas might see him as a lawyer and best friend and be like, "Oh, nigga, you's part of this."
Right. That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
And they saw the wife already, well, the girlfriend,
Yeah,
saw
she was
Maya.
there.
So
She was
her
there.
being there could be like, now she's, involved. Not to
Mm-hmm.
mention, I do think that there is something else behind how he got them draws. Cause she was just like, she don't even remember.
That's the crazy part, because she was like, she said all we did was kiss or something like that, right? Or
Right.
she didn't even say kiss. She was just
Yeah, I
like,
think, yeah. She was like, I don't know what happened. She was like, we was kicking it, and then
yeah,
then he shows her the video, you know what I mean? The infamous like that video of
yeah,
that nigga looking at her or whatever. So technically, I don't know if they didn't show him actually having sex with her. They just showed him on top of her. So
yeah.
maybe that's just a video he made while she was, kind of
She was
intoxicated.
awake though.
Huh? She was awake.
She was awake.
She could have been so drunk that she didn't know what was going on, but they
Mm-hmm.
might have not had sex, and he might want dude to think that they did.
Yeah, it's that is there's so many twists and turns, and then there's one. So they kept doing the flashback of the kids. There's one kid that's not accounted for, like
In the
that.
beginning.
Yeah, like in the beginning, and then later on, like um. Okay, so there's two kids, right? There's two kids walking in the beginning. One's eating food, and one the light skinned one.
I feel like that's Frank and Alan.
So you think those two are Frank and Alec? Because I thought Frank was the one they showed later when he was selling drugs, and the police officer was like, "Get over here."
Mm, that could have been Frank right there.
Yeah, so it's so either way it goes, there was three kids when
Okay,
they were young. There's one
yep,
kid that's not accounted for.
got you.
So I feel like that might be a big part of the story too.
So writing wise, do you feel like it was written good enough for you to get the picture of the story and to keep uh the consumer interested for maybe what, let's say 8 episodes? That seems like to be the new standard.
Yeah, I think for sure. I think the what would get people interested, or what will have people hooked, is the drama off top.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just ends like that. It ends with like drama, 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 credits. So it's like, damn, what the fuck? Like, what's gonna happen now? Like you said, is he just gonna leave, or is he gonna reveal like, yeah, I was fucking both of your friends. That was the one that was sitting on the counter and the one that was standing there. It's like, and she be like, I'm pregnant, and it's like what really happened in that room when he was recording, because she don't remember shit. All of the twists and turns is there.
Right.
So I think it's enough to convince the audience to be like, we need to see what's happening next.
Got you. As far as the directing, like I felt like it was shot well. Like I
Mm.
didn't have any complaints. Like no shot was held too long. You know what I
Mm.
mean? The fight scene was hilarious though, because it was like it's a lot of different flashes or whatever like that. Like that'd be my only critique with the fight scene, was kind of like when he got jumped at the
Yeah.
end and then it turned black
Hey,
and white
I wanted to ask you about that because it was daytime,
and it
and
started raining.
then yeah, so it turned. So I feel like they did that because it was nighttime when they shot the fight scene, because it was raining too. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be my only critique or whatever. Just like that scene, like kind of like, oh, he got hit and then it just turned black and white. I would have never like I let me not say what I would never do, because that ain't got nothing to do with what they would do. You know what I mean?
Right.
My thing ain't the standard, but like I felt like it kind of took away from that scene. I felt like the scene could have like hit a little different. And it was very like it went from him talking to the girl, her seeing these dudes come up. I'm thinking that they're all together. So when the
Mm.
car pulled up, it didn't seem like that was a part of the scene that was supposed to be like kind of like suspenseful. You know what I mean? Like, oh, these niggas is coming
Oh,
back. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Like it felt like that was his homeboys to
oh
me.
hell no! I knew exactly when that car pulled up, because when he. So this is, I always tell you, I always try to think ahead of a
Yeah.
scene. I'm always trying to figure shit out. So when he robbed the dude and he didn't kill him,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm
We
like,
knew he was coming back.
yeah, but I'm like, you robbed him with no mask. He knows your name. You
Yeah.
can't you can't rob a nigga that knows you and be like, that's it. I'm still in the same city kicking it. So when that truck pulled up, I said, oh, there go them niggas. Like you ain't finna just, what I mean? You ain't finna just rob this nigga and it's all good after that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. Like it's supposed to happen. I knew it was going to happen at some point. I just felt like that scene didn't feel like that was them at first, because I was paying attention to what they were talking about. So when somebody came behind him kind of slowly like that, it didn't feel like they were going to do nothing to him. Felt like that was his entourage to me. And I
Mm.
didn't really peep the guy until like the last minute. I was like, oh, that's the nigga that he robbed. You know what I mean? But that was it. Other than that, I felt like it was shot well. The sound was good.
Mm.
I mean, it didn't look like any issues with that. So yeah, I'd rock with it. I want to see what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, for
My
sure, for
opinion.
sure. Like I said, it on a I can't say what platform to go on, but there's definitely an audience for this. There's definitely an audience to see what happens next.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
So
shout
I
out to
man,
them.
shout out to y'all. What's her name? Spell her name. I'll try to pronounce
All right, I'm gonna try one more time. Let's see. It is Nadege, and then the last name is Alce.
Nadege.
It's probably something it's probably something that's real. Like he'd be like, "Oh no, my name is Nage." Like, oh, all right, my bad. You know what I mean? It's like you just
You
never know
niggas
how
trying
people
to be
pronounce
too fancy.
it. Oh yeah, my name is Nadege. Like, all right. So shout out to you. No disrespect as far as your name goes. Shout out to you. Hopefully to reach out and you can tell us, if we're close, or
Right.
let us
Uh,
know the pronunciation of your name first of all, so we can say it right next time, and then tell us what you got coming up next.
right. We fucked with what we saw in that pilot. Hopefully you get picked up, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, talk to us, talk back wherever. If you there, let us know how y'all feel. So go watch it and then let us know how y'all feel. What's the name of the movie one more time on YouTube?
the client. It's a television pilot, and the YouTube page is Nalce Films. That's Nalce Films.
There you have it. We out.
Peace.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.